Hey everybody, this is Missy 88 Rissapoo. This is now my 5th time recording. Every time I record, either someone interrupts me or I mess up too much. Basically, I wrote this poem around 3 o'clock in the morning today, and I'm not sure how I feel about it, so I posted it on Moon Sound Cafe with some of my other writing. And the reviews and feedback that I did get back was very, very high, but I'm still not sure how I feel about it. So I'm going to post it here, and please, please, please comment on it, review it, rate it, please. And if you like me enough, subscribe, but I'm not asking you for that. And what else? I will put links everywhere in this video, and my camera is still broken, so sorry, you're just going to have to deal with that. I'm so sorry. I really wish I could talk to you too. Well, you could see me too. Oh. But yeah, the poem is called 17 Years, and here we go. Oh, and I'm sorry if my voice is dry or anything, because my mouth is really dry. Because I've been recording this like for the 5th goddamn time, and I have no like water around here, and it's kind of long, as you can see. But here we go. 17 years. It took 17 years. It was 17 years. She lay there on his chest naked, listening to his heartbeat. Boom, ba-boom, ba-boom, boom, boom. Feeling his soft caramel chest, she began drifting, falling far, far away into a deep, dark place called her past. She has revisited that same area on many occasions before, thinking that maybe one day she will look back and see nothing, and it will match exactly how her inside feels. Alone, empty, dead. But on this particular day, at this particular time, she had him, her caramel smooth, soft-skinned brother holding her tight, someone to grab her and roll her back in if her reality had gotten too real and too sickening to handle. That feeling, it took 17 years. It was 17 years. She kept her eyes open, and while her big, bold eyes were being glistened by the dancing sunlight, if you looked at her pupils, you would see the darkness of it all. The cold rush would stop your heart in its tracks, and heaven's angels would have to pump your stomach and edit your memory from the disgust in your eyes. Her story was never told. Bits and pieces fluttered, but the truth never fully uttered out of her lips. The bondage she cradled within her mind was resentful to her, and would have no spoken nonsense of the outside world. She was an outcast to herself more than anybody else. She wiped mirror after mirror and placed them all over her room, only to look at herself and think that she was ugly, some days even fat. But this poem is not about that. This poem, it took 17 years. It was 17 years. His heart started beating faster than usual as she extended her journey of the mind. He gripped her upper back tighter with one hand, still showing her more affection than she would ever be ready for, only because he truly cared. He was asleep, lost in his own lullaby, and still adept enough to know that something was wrong. She kissed his upper stomach, and his heartbeat sped up, then went back to his fast-paced normal. She resumed on her trail of misfortunes, determined that one day she would slay her very own fire-breathing dragon, and let that bitch rot in the fiery depths of hell. She wasn't sure what the objective for today's travel was, but she knew between the molestation, countless attempts at suicide, concentration camps, and domestic violence, she would find it. It could also be the more deeper, more bitter experiences, like having her only dream disappear because the monthly blood between her panties weren't there. She could never get to mask in the ambience of waking up at 3:45 every morning just because her son doesn't like to be in that big room all alone, or he wanted another story to be read. Her destination, it took 17 years. It was 17 years. He woke up flooded with her tears and immediately came to her aid. One look into her pupils past the dancing sunlight, breaking through the darkness and the freezing cold, he saw into her soul, fighting the vicious, normally victorious blast of ice-cold wind. He knew he couldn't hold it off forever, and the longer he waited, the more athletic it got. Heaven's angels came down and prepared to pump his stomach and edit his mind. Nice try, young caramel smooth, soft-skinned man. But he wasn't having it, so instead of adapting to the failure, he asked the angels for help. He tied a rope around her heart and cuddled it and clutched it tight. He made the angels make certain that it would never leave or drift out of place. He then swung into her soul and captivated her. Tears flooded down his face, hitting hers along the way as if they were in a race for first place, to fall to the ground and shatter. Just like he shattered all her doubts, demons, and crutches. There were no more secrets. He was connected to her. Like the tear residue on both their cheeks, just because you can't see it does not mean it's not there forever. Her, Carmel, soft-skinned husband. It took 17 years. It was 17 years. And she is finally free. Boom, ba-boom, ba-boom, boom, boom. That's the end. I messed up a lot, and I'm so sorry. As always, the poem will be linked in the sidebar. It is copywritten. Even when you go to the website, you can see, you can finally see the official stamp. It is copywritten. I don't lie and I don't play when I say this. So, yeah. Y'all know what to do. Comment and rate, review. Please go to the site. Show me some love there. And much love to you all. I hope you liked it. Missy 88 was the put on